It's crazy for so many people who will watch this to think the builder gave up their work for the content creator.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I did some freelance work and I worked on Loaded, which is like a lads mag.
How long did it go from like starting that to like actually some dollars coming in?
So I probably worked for free for like 2.5, 3 years, maybe a few like meat boxes and vouchers here and there. I recycle a lot of content.
Awesome.
So I just started a Facebook page called VJ Cooks.
Yeah.
Kind of snowballed from there. A few things went viral.
Yeah.
And that's when I thought, hey, I can make something of this.
Most content creators come on this show and are asking me how to make money with their brand. Today's guest, Vanya, she has done it all. She was schooling me on how to build a business and how to monetize her audience. If you are a content creator looking to build a business, this is the episode for you. All right, let's jump into this.
Cool.
Hey, well, glad to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Having me.
No, thank you.
To be here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Look, I'm gonna jump straight in here because we just talked off camera that you're open to talk about money and business, and you think it's refreshing, especially for women in business, to talk. So I'm just gonna dive straight in there.
Okay.
I had this whole other thing, and I've already decided I'm not gonna follow the script.
Okay.
Because one, the first thing I want to do is you've got a book here, but you've got 3 of them now.
Yeah,
is that
my
correct?
third
This is
cookbook.
your third one,
Working
right?
on the 4th one at the moment.
You're already working on the 4th one.
Yeah.
Love that. The reason I want to talk about the books first is because I just like last night got given my manuscript for my book.
Oh, wow.
It comes out next year. So I'm pretty excited about
There's
it.
a lot of hard work behind that.
It's cost me a fortune. It's taken ages. Because I've been using ghostwriters to help me do it.
Yeah.
And a team to coach me through it and get my ideas and everything. So it's been this whole process, and it's taken, gosh, I don't know, 16 months now so far.
Yeah, it's a long process.
It's a long process.
You've still got to make it now.
Exactly. I still got to go through the editing process as well. So that's kind of what I want to start on. Is like, why books? Like, is it just a natural progression because of the food content, or is it something that you always wanted to do? Because it's not easy.
Well, I built my Facebook audience first.
Yeah.
And they were asking me for a cookbook. I actually reached out to a publisher and they turned me down the first time.
Yeah, okay.
It was one of my friends' publishers.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't see your point of difference. And I was like, I want to cook family-friendly, affordable meals.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, okay, jump on a Zoom with Michelle, who's my publisher now.
Yeah.
And I managed to convince her in that hour that
Yeah.
people really wanted that cookbook. So it's mainly for brand awareness. Like, there's not a huge amount of money in cookbooks. Like, in Whitcoulls, I'll make $3 out of that book.
Yeah.
I bought a whole bunch myself, which I sell through my 3PL.
Yep.
And I make about $13 a book for those.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Distracted.
Yeah. That's just Joni. But you can just yell at Joni.
Sorry.
It's always Joni.
Yeah.
It's always Joni. Yeah, you're right, bro. Yeah.
I love her videos where they're taking people for coffee.
Yeah.
So where was I? So yeah, not that much money in cookbooks, but brand awareness, having my face in Whitcoulls and Paper Plus and Warehouse and stuff like that is great. And it also makes you kind of seem a bit more legit when you got a cookbook.
Yeah.
Also, I found with the first cookbook, I thought people would want exclusive recipes, but they actually were annoyed that they still had to go find some of their favourites online. So we kind of use 50 or 60% existing recipes from the website, which makes it a lot easier to write. And then we'll do about 30. I've got to test about 30 recipes for the next cookbook.
Okay.
So some exclusive ones as well.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
And so,
because they want to just, instead of going on their phones, they can grab the book.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
which makes it easier to write because some of them are already working and I can see which ones fit different seasons.
got it. Okay, that's interesting because cookbooks are like they're a whole nother thing to write a book. And but there's something there that you said that so you're only making like $3 a pop off of this, but you
still
said
get like royalties and stuff. That's the royalties, and you get an advance and stuff. But it's not huge money. Like I can make more money in my app than I can for a whole cookbook. Yeah,
exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. So, but you said something real interesting there that I think is important, is that you said about credibility and brand. And so that for you, has that always been the main driver for them?
I think so.
Yeah. How did you know that? Like, how did you know that was a thing? Is that just from your old career? Like, what?
I think, I always loved cookbooks and magazines. So I did a design degree, moved from Rotorua, Auckland, did a design degree. I thought I wanted to design ads, but then I got a job in Taste magazine as a junior designer.
Yep.
And I was super picky eater before that.
Yeah.
So my mum would make like a carbonara and I'd have like pasta with salt. I just wasn't interested in flavour whatsoever when I was a kid. So there's hope for people that have picky kids. Yeah. Because eventually they might turn into a food blogger.
Yeah.
And so being at Taste, like you actually read a lot of recipes as you're doing graphic design, like designing the layouts. So, and then I used to go on a lot of photo shoots and styles and photo shoots, like get the plates and cups and stuff. And so I got to like try a lot of things and see the chefs and cooks cooking, because I'm just a home cook. I'm not a chef. I'm not trained or anything.
Yep.
So that's kind of when I got into the whole foodie kind of side of it.
Yeah.
And then I was art director of Taste a few years later after working at various magazines like Cleo, which is a teenage girls magazine. And,
I have never read it, but yeah.
And then in London I did some freelance work and I worked on Loaded, which is like a lads mag, and Marie Claire, and I did work for Sainsbury's over there and stuff.
Yeah,
all around the world, and then came back and I was art director, and that's how I kind of got into the publishing side of it.
Yeah, and so
that's
there's a
roundabout way of saying I wanted to do a cookbook.
Yeah, and that, like it also shows that you had experience in the world anyway.
Yeah,
like it wasn't something new to you when you went to make a cookbook, and that you already kind of understood how it worked.
Just laying out. Well, I don't actually do the layouts, but I know how it works. And being like in the photo studio, I actually used to work with them when I was at Taste. It's all shot in Auckland at Flash Studios. Yeah, so I'm quite comfortable like looking at the monitor saying we need more parsley or can you move that spoon and stuff like that. So I'm quite comfortable because I used to art direct these shoots, but now I'm the one actually cooking it. It's quite weird. Yeah, that's funny. There's food stylists and stuff, so I cook it, pass it to them. Yeah, they place it all on the thing, and then I come along and say, let's move this. Or go closer there. Which is cool. So it's good to have that experience when making a cookbook.
And
I'm quite direct about what I want, which they found quite refreshing.
I kind of like that because actually when I talk to a lot of the young creators that are on this show and stuff and they're trying to, create their own whatever it might be, they are trying to do it from scratch and it kind of seems, we'll just do a book or we'll just do a thing. But actually like you've got like all this experience that comes before it, which is that whole idea of like the 10,000 hours thing, right? Like, you're not actually, lots of hours. Like, and I had the same problem when I first started this business. I used to say to people, you just do this and do this. But I could do it because I had 15 years of running hotels and building businesses and whatnot. And then so when I came to run my business, like it just seemed easy and quite common sense to do the things I do. But everyone else is like, no, how do you know how to do all of that? Like, and I was like, you just do the ABC.
Thing.
And then
if you don't know it, learn it.
Yeah. But then I realized that I was quite fortunate in that I had this career where I built businesses and done all this stuff. And so thinking about that career that you've had, like how much, like that's obviously played a huge impact for you on everything. Because then you've got this and then you've got the app. Yeah. Where tell me all the sources. Like where is all the revenue from?
So I've got like 4 revenue streams pretty much. So we've got the app. So that's a meal planning app. So it's a monthly subscription of $16 a month. We've got about 2,000 subscribers to that. Yeah. And then I've got my website. So I've invested quite early in having a website. Someone helped me with the website because each recipe post takes about 5 hours to put up. Yeah, wow. So that was my first employee, was one of my friends contracted to me, and she did like 5 hours a week. She's up to like 15 hours, 20 hours a week now. Yeah. She's my website manager now. So I invested, like almost paid her more than I paid myself because I knew eventually I'm going to make good money from my website. So the website gets about 40 to 50,000 hits a day. Yeah, wow. So over 1 million views a month at the moment. So I get advertising revenue through Mediavine. Yep. So once you get up to 50,000 sessions a month, you qualify for Mediavine, which is like Raptive. Yep. A lot of the food bloggers use Mediavine or Raptive and they place ads on your website. Yep. So you get paid per session, like RPMs and stuff like that. So second revenue stream, so it's the app and then the website. And so those are probably the top. Yeah. And then branded content. So I've got an agent. I work with We Are Tenzing and I've just done work for like beef and lamb and Doritos and just kind of things I do. But that's probably 10% of my income and it's a good bit of pocket money. Yeah. It's quite fun because I can kind of do that by myself in the studio. Yeah. And then cookbooks as well. Cookbooks, yeah. And I also buy cookbooks and sell them. And I've just started with the 3PL. Yeah. And we've just turn the ads on and they're starting to like the cha-chings coming through. Oh, really? Nice. Spotify, so that's good. I love that. Shopify. Yeah. So it's nice hearing those going because we just turned those ads on a few days ago. Yeah. So you're buying your own cookbook? I buy the books for $20 wholesale and then sell them. So,
at the retail price?
Yeah. So I'll make about $13 instead of $3.
$3. Yeah. Love that. Yeah.
And they're also all signed.
Yeah, cool.
And
love
it's
that.
nice outsourcing that to the 3PL. In West Auckland, so I just dropped off a whole bunch of signed cookbooks there. So that's the incentive to buy them because they're signed as well. Cool. Yeah. And so those income streams, are they ranked? There's 4 pretty much. There's 4. And are they ranked app then website? Is the website more than the app? They're about the same.
About the same. Okay. Yeah. And then it would drop down to book or is it do brand deals?
About the same.
About the same. So about the same.
Sometimes...
Depending on the month.
Probably the brand deals are more. Okay. Probably doing about $60K a year in brand deals.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. Amazing.
So not huge, but because I've got it.
But still, it's your pocket money and stuff. And yeah. Still fine. But so that's real interesting. Like when you started the website and you're paying your friend to do the website, and
Yeah.
you're paying them more than you're paying yourself.
Well, I was paying myself, but sometimes
Yeah.
I had to move money from savings.
Yeah, okay.
But this only just stopped like last year, like moving money around to
Yeah.
pay people on time.
Yeah.
I finally got that momentum, which I've invested in people
Yeah.
to help me. Now I've actually got that momentum. I can pay people on time, and there's a little bit of
Yeah.
slush fund in the VJ Cooks
Yeah.
business account.
Yeah.
But last year I was like moving money around, paying myself last. But now my husband and I are finally on wages.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
nice
yeah.
knowing what we get every month, and I can pay people straight away if I need to.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's business though,
But
right?
I knew investing in everyone, eventually I'd get to that tipping point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you fund that as you went through it? Was it
Well, I was
from
still making enough.
Yeah.
But it was just like,
When did you
get
get paid?
invoices don't get paid on time. But I knew each month I'd get my revenue from it was a membership before it was an app.
Yeah.
And I'd get money from my media vine back at a certain time.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming, so sometimes I'd have to move it from
Yeah.
my account, pay them, knowing the money was coming in a few weeks.
What about at the beginning?
At the beginning,
Because you're still working then at the beginning, or what?
No, so we moved to Taupo when my second son was
Okay.
6 months old.
Yeah.
We wanted a more simple, laid-back lifestyle.
Yep.
We spent a lot of weekends there with
Yeah,
my
nice.
husband's parents had a place there and my sisters lived there. And then we were like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
And so my husband was full-time builder.
Yeah.
And I was just looking after the kids. So I started off just because there's no magazines in Taupo,
Yeah.
so I couldn't freelance to magazines.
Yeah.
And then I just started off, I got this little app called, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like, you could make cute little videos.
Oh yeah.
So I started filming myself making recipes.
Yeah.
So it kind of started.
Yep.
And I created a VJ, so Vanya Jean.
Yep.
VJ is my nickname to like all my family and friends. So I just started a Facebook page called VJ Cooks.
Yep.
And that's when I put the videos and I got a few likes and a few comments and
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
cool. And then it kind of snowballed from there. A few things went viral.
Yep.
And that's when I thought, hey, I can make something of this.
Yeah.
And then my friend, there's another food blogger in Taupo, Just a Mum.
Okay.
She's got a big Facebook page
Yep.
as well. And she's like, oh, I made $400 from my website last month. And I was like, what? What is this? Because I was just sharing my recipes
Yeah.
back to Facebook, which
Yep.
actually fed Facebook back then because video was huge on Facebook. So
Yeah.
Facebook grew really quickly.
Yeah.
So I was like, set up the VJ Cooks website and I was slowly putting things on.
Yep.
And so I did this by myself for
Yeah,
about 4
okay.
years. And then I was like, I can't do it all because
Yep.
people think food blogging is all cooking, but it's actually like 95%
No.
computer.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
So I was full-time mum.
Yeah.
And then while my husband's working, so I was working till like 11 o'clock every night, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved working.
But more of a passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like building the website, and then I
Yeah.
started getting revenue from the website
Yeah.
and from the brand deals.
Yeah.
So I'd start off getting like free meat boxes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that was cool to like
Yeah.
provide for the family.
Yeah,
with some
for
free
sure.
meat and
Yeah.
a $100 voucher for Countdown and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that's how I started eventually paying my friend once the business was making a little bit of income.
Yeah.
Maybe like it was making like 2 to 5K a month.
Yep.
So I could pay her, a
Cool.
grand to
Got
help
it.
me out.
From the website.
Yeah, from the
Yep.
because I knew eventually the website's going to get better and
Yeah.
better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so that took 4 years till you brought her on. 4 years
I
of
think
doing
so.
it roughly.
Or maybe 2019, 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
And before that, it was just you grinding
Just
it
me
out.
grinding, like
Yep.
learning what
Yeah.
email marketing was for. I was
Yeah.
like, why do I need email marketing?
Yeah.
Why do I need an email when I'm giving people
Yeah.
things free? And what's a landing page and an opt-in and all these
Yeah.
different things. Like learning all these things from YouTube. And I
Yeah.
also invested in like some mentoring.
Yeah.
Like it was like a mums in business, like a $50
Yeah,
a
yeah.
month
Yeah.
coaching program.
Coaching program. Yep.
And so I actually just did the work.
Yeah.
They'd be like, this is a landing page. Okay, you need to set up an email list. Okay, so I just learned as
Did
I
every
went.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did it go from like starting that to like actually some dollars coming in?
So I probably worked for free for like
Yeah.
2.5,
Yeah,
3
yeah.
years, maybe a few like meat boxes and
Yeah, yeah,
vouchers
yeah.
here and there. And then I started getting a few sponsored campaigns,
Yeah.
which I did all myself. And I got my agent with We Are Tenzing probably in like 2021. Because
Yeah,
I was just
okay.
sick of doing favours for people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they charge way more than I charge.
Yeah.
And it's great. They're like, they're going to pay you this much. And I'll be like, cool, I'll do it for that.
Yeah,
Is
nice.
this okay? Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
Because you end up doing so many favours for people.
Yeah.
And it's like still taking your time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
can you promote this for me? Okay,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
I'll do it. But it's another job to add to
Yeah.
the list of hundreds of jobs.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's that transition from like the amateur to professional, right?
Yeah.
And the content creator.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting. So like 2.5, 3 years, you're grinding out. There was
Yeah.
no like, you got a few free
Well, it was
stuff.
fun. It was cool because
Yeah,
the
it was
Facebook
cool fun.
built really fast. I think
Yeah.
I got like 50 or 100,000 followers quite fast.
Yeah.
And then I used to cook on Snapchat on stories.
Yep.
Oh, and then I started Instagram for like a behind the scenes of the Facebook.
Yep.
And then once stories came out, I'd cook dinner on stories. And that's
Yeah.
when Instagram started growing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And so you really just maintain that consistency because of how fun it was.
Yeah, and I just knew there was traction. Like
Yeah.
you're getting video was so pushed back then. It's being pushed again now with reels. But it was so pushed, these little squared jingle videos with hands and pans and like horrible topography over the top.
Yeah.
And they were just going crazy.
Yeah.
Like they'd get 1 million views in a few weeks.
Yeah.
And I'd get like 10,000 followers in like a month. And I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
And so I knew that if I pushed it, I could get sponsored branded posts. So that was kind of the plan.
Yeah. And did you just have that foresight because of the world that you've been in, or had someone given you that advice, or you just assumed?
Like, back then, mummy bloggers were quite popular. So
Yeah.
I followed quite a few of them on Instagram. So they had sponsored campaigns.
Yeah.
I never would have dreamed of having like 3 cookbooks and a studio and an
No.
app and
No.
a huge website.
No.
You know?
You never think that at the beginning. You just where it goes.
If you told me that back then, I would have been like, well, because I was also in the thick of like nappies and because I had a like 2-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then once they started school, I had all that more time to myself.
Yeah.
And now my husband's pulled back from building and he's helping with the kids because I'm pretty much full time.
Got it.
Yeah, which is
that's
something's
cool.
got to give because
Because
I was doing it all like full time mum working till 11 o'clock at night every night once the kids went to bed because I didn't have that time during the day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I'd cook in like nap time because you have to do it in daylight for good lighting.
Yeah.
And then I'd edit at night and put it up and comment.
It's crazy for so many people who will watch this to think the builder gave up their work for the content creator.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Especially for people our age.
Yeah. Well, we've got investments as well. So it looks after our Airbnb and our other investment properties.
Yeah.
So
but still,
he is busy.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
training for a half Ironman, so that takes a lot of time. But it's
not to say he's doing less, but just that concept in general.
I know, it's crazy.
It's just insane.
But
to
he's
think.
building. He's like, I'm making 80, 100k a year, and you're making this much. Why am I building?
Yeah.
You know, why are we both working our asses off and I've got no energy at the end of the day because it's so hands-on and so physically demanding, working 40, 50 hours a week building when you can make this much. Yeah. And then you can go all in on it.
Yeah. That's the real interesting thing when like you talk to, I'm trying to hire young people and it's their business. It's like, they don't have to go work real hard and like sweat it out anymore. Like I can't expect these guys to be here till 8 o'clock at night trying to get stuff done. And a lot of the older guys in the team who have worked in agencies their whole lives would talk about how like, mate, the fact that this office is empty at 5 p.m. is nuts compared to every other agency.
Well, that's what it was like when I was in my design. Like we'd sometimes do late nights. Yeah. But I think it's just when you're working for yourself and you love it, you work so much harder. Yeah. Because you know you're building something. Yeah. And you'd be like, go to sleep. Can you come to bed? I'm like, I'm just finishing this, and I just and I think I work better at night because I knew I wanted to go to bed. Yeah. So I've always been a night owl.
Okay, got it.
So I love working at night, but now that I've got a studio, it's made the work-life balance a lot better. I'm not working at home as much. Oh yeah, okay. I'm present for the kids at night, and now they stay up later because Archie's like 11, so he stays up till 9 o'clock. Yeah. I'm like, go to bed, but so I can't really just work. Also, I've got a studio in town that I leased this time last year. We renovated it. Now I've got the team there, which is really cool, and I can cook there. So I'm off to work and get dressed up for work because I used to just do all my cooking videos at home. But I used to have once I used to start working. I started working with a little desk in the lounge, and then once it started picking up, I'm doing all these hours. I pushed the boys into one little tiny bunk room, and I had one of the rooms as my office. So I was just in there all the time. And then once I got the studio in town, we surprised them and put a queen side in each bed. And
that's awesome.
A queen size bed in each room, and they came home and they had their own room each.
Yeah.
Which has stopped me working as much because I don't have an office at home.
Yeah, that's good.
Still heaps of stuff digital.
Yeah. You definitely need the separation. That's why I'm the same. Like my home's really close. Yeah. But I don't have a computer there or nothing. Yeah. Like I'll have my phone, of course, but I just stay at work until I'm finished and then go home and then I'm done.
We've got a desktop that I just check some numbers every now and then, or if there's something urgent like loading app recipes, I'll do it. But I prefer to do it at work now. But that's like a privilege of having a team that helps me as well. Yeah. When you're doing it all yourself, you don't have that luxury.
Talk to me about the team. How big is the team? What is the team?
So
Tell me about it.
They're all contractors because they're all mums and they do like in between like 10 to 20 hours a week.
Love it.
And I can't afford to pay them if their kids are sick, which kids are sick all the time. Yeah. But mums are great and they're all quite mature like me. Yeah. And they work really hard for the time that I pay them for. Yeah. So they're all contractors. It probably adds up to about 60 hours a week. Okay. So like 1.5 to 2 full-time employees. Yep. But they all do different things. So I've got a website manager, so she loads things onto the website, and now we're optimizing all our old content, turning it to blocks because it used to be in Classic Editor, which is like technical WordPress talk. Yep. And then we've got my membership manager, so she we get like, why have I been charged for this? Like,
customer service stuff.
Up for the app, so annoying, but that's fine. And she does all my email marketing. She's a writer.
Okay,
she used
cool.
to write for stuff, so
perfect.
She's great.
Yeah, amazing.
And then I've got my sister who actually helps me create recipes.
Okay,
she's actually
cool.
a better baker than me.
Yeah.
She actually studied.
Interesting.
Food, so she does a couple of recipes each month for the app, because we've got to keep ahead of that mouse wheel because there's 8 new recipes every month. So we're always creating content.
Yep.
And then Liana's just come on. She's the studio assistant, because we're all like cleaning the studio. Now she's cleaning it, and she's also taken over the Facebook scheduling. So we post 7 times a day on Facebook.
Yeah, amazing.
That's where some of our traffic comes out from.
Yep.
And not everyone sees it. And the Facebook page is building quite fast at the moment. We're at
cool.
365,000 now.
Amazing.
Because Reels are going really well. Because we're cross-posting them from
Instagram.
Yeah. And they're going well, which is good.
7 times a day. What are you posting?
Oh, it's just a different recipe. We just recycle everything.
Just recycle.
I recycle a lot of content.
Awesome.
And then the last person is Jane, who's come on, and this is my last thing to let go of, outsource, was Instagram. So
got it.
All of my recipe videos, the raw videos before they're edited, go into a big file in the drive, and then the finished ones go in. And so she'll either grab the raw ones, or she'll grab a finished one and make it shorter, put new music on it. So we recycle, because I can't even remember if I posted chicken teriyaki 6 months ago. So it means you're not. You're my
exactly.
follower. And if you're a new follower, you haven't seen it. Yeah. And if you're an existing follower, it reminds you to make it. So we recycle a lot of content.
That's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good for people to hear about recycling content. We do it lots as well on lots of posts. And like if this podcast, for instance, if I have a spell of like not recording because I'm traveling or whatever, you just like put out all the top best hits. And you can chop it up, put different stuff on and different things.
It's so easy with recipes
as well.
And then in amongst the recycling, the ones, I'll put the new ones that are coming in. So we plan the recipes for the app based on the gaps in the website. Mm-hmm. So they become exclusive to the app for like 3 months, and then they'll go onto the website.
Got it.
So the website's got over 700 recipes now.
Yeah.
And they're all so you make about 1 cent per session.
Wow.
Which adds up when you get 40,000 sessions.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Yeah, so a cent per session is roughly what you'll get.
Well, RPM at the moment is about $15 US. Yeah. So that's per 1,000 views.
Yeah.
But it goes between it will drop down to 9 or 10 and jump up to like 20.
Got it.
If there's like a holiday in the States.
Yeah.
Most of my traffic's New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah.
And the RPMs in the US are a lot higher.
Yeah.
But it's because I'm making deviled sausages.
Yeah.
Stuff like the curried sausages and crap like that.
Americans know.
Yeah. So it's like Kiwi-based recipes.
Yeah.
And we've never really got into like the SEO kind of tracking keywords and finding gaps.
Okay,
because
cool.
I've just cooked what I want.
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
Have you gone into the SEO game, or is it all just driving traffic from socials?
It's pretty much just filling gaps.
Yeah.
Oh, Google's
still going
like
good.
80% of
okay,
traffic
cool.
now.
Yeah, okay.
But it used to be from the Facebook page, so that was 80% Facebook.
Yeah, wow.
10% Google, but now Google's realised that I'm authority and I've got good recipes.
Yeah.
And we've kind of optimised the posts.
Yeah, nice.
FAQs and things like that.
Yeah.
So it knows to send people there.
Yeah,
so that's where, I think it's 80% Google, then
okay, that's good.
A little bit of Pinterest.
Yeah.
I haven't really done much about Pinterest. We just put one pin on for each recipe just
to
tick that box.
Just to have it.
Yeah, I used to have everything in Google Sheets, and now it's all in Monday.com, which is like Trello or Asana.
Yep.
So it's like this matrix.
Yeah.
Every recipe, the new ones, where they need to go, each person's different job, put it here, put it there, put it there,
I love it. I love it so much. You're speaking my language so much.
Like systems are good, because it used to be all me doing everything, and it's quite good, I guess, when you have a business, you've done all the jobs yourself.
Yeah.
So you understand everyone's jobs.
Yeah.
And outsourcing it, and sometimes they're so much better than you.
Oh, of course.
I used to have to write all my emails, and I hate that.
No.
So when she writes it and sends it to me, I'm like, this is amazing, and they all write in my voice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's your day look like now then? What are you just
talent
talent now?
The same. So I went to CreatorCon yesterday, and then it's like new things. We just had someone reach out about some homewares. Yeah. I'll try and cook like once a week in the studio, because I do need to keep ahead of those recipes.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of planning. We just did a book tour for the cookbook.
Cool.
That was full on, meeting people, actually getting bums on seats is kind of hard in New Zealand.
Yeah.
They desperately wanted me to come to their towns. Like, it'd be between 60 and 100 people per place, and I know I've got thousands of people in that town, but they're actually getting them out. But the people 100%. I met was so nice to meet people, and they were so stoked, and they brought along their books that have like covered in splotches of food, and all the tags in it.
That's
like,
cool.
Do you mind signing these ones? And I was like, these are the
best.
Sign,
that's
they're
great.
Like used.
Yeah.
So
how cool.
Yeah, Noseday's the same. Like,
So it's kind of like brand and
planning,
sales and
learning.
strategy.
Yeah.
It's kind of your role now. Yeah. And you've
Since I've
outsourced all the
started
task
outsourcing,
stuff.
I still do the bookkeeping myself. That's probably the next thing to do.
Yeah,
but it's just a few like invoices, paying people and paying for the lease for the studio and stuff like that.
I mean, that's an easy one to outsource because you can just get an accountant who's got a bookkeeping service, right? Yeah.
I've still got an accountant, but I just actually pay everything myself. That's one of the last things. But it's nice having someone in charge of like the hello at VJ Cooks inbox. Yeah. Because we get cute little old people saying, I made this recipe.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so nice. Some of the recipes we get, like the feedback we get is really sweet.
That's cool. The community engagement stuff.
That's the reason, like, you kind of think why you do it. Like, you just take a step back sometime. Yeah. Because it's become all-consuming, this huge business that you've built. And then you get these messages saying they loved making your gingerbread loaf or something like that.
That's cool. I love that. Okay, so where does it go? Like, where does it keep moving to?
So building the app. So we're about to rebrand because at the moment it's called the VJ Cooks app.
Okay.
We're going to rebrand it to something more generic. Because I think if you're in New Zealand, you probably know who VJ Cooks is. You know whether you want to follow her or not. We're going to push because I spend about $4K a month on Facebook ads. Yep. So that kind of plugs the churn for the app. And then we do launches every quarter. I'll do like a cook-along challenge to bring a whole bunch of people in, and we do specials like 14 days free instead of 7 days free. Cool. Things like that, just to provide some incentive. Yep. It started off, the membership I started in 2020, and it was a PDF-based one. So each month you get a new recipe book. Yep. But by the time it was 4 years old, there was like 80 recipe books, and you'd be like, where's chicken teriyaki? Oh, it's in August 2021, you know? Yep. So it got really hard to search. So that's why I invested in the app. Yep. And then we loaded all the recipes onto the app, and now you can choose 5 recipes and it generates a shopping list for you. Amazing. Things like that. Yeah.
So just developing that out further now?
Yeah, so rebranding it so it's more professional, and then that's what I was getting at. So it appeals because we've got Aussie's pretty similar food to us. Yeah. So we can spend more on Facebook ads over there because they don't know who VJ Cooks is. Yeah. So the new name will appeal to them more. Yeah. They'll be like, oh, this is a meal planning app instead of my cute little app. VJ Cooks app. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So like making it look a bit more professional. So I actually just need to sit down. We've done some little mock-ups, but I am a graphic designer, so I just need to sit down and do the brand guidelines and sort it all out. But I just need a spare day for that. Yeah.
Where did those come from? Who knows? So that you see as like the long-term
and the
growth
website.
And the website. So just building both of them.
So I mean, the website's tracking for about 15 million hits this year, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So we just keep optimizing all those old posts and then putting new ones in there as well. And then we go back to the old posts and matrix them all, spiderweb them all so they link to each other. Yeah. Because that helps with Google and stuff as well. Yeah. So you'll go, if you make like a some kind of focaccia, you'll go and link it to some other thing that uses focaccia. Yeah. Even if it was 3 years ago, it helps those links in the background. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you see that? So you say the app becomes more professional. Yeah. You push it out to
It looks
people.
professional at the moment, but it'll be more professional.
More professional, of course. Why, like, how does that grow long term? Like, how do you see that?
Just thousands of followers. The more you like, the more followers, not followers, subscribers. Yeah. But people, since it's a subscription-based app, people kind of treat it like Netflix. Yeah. Like some months you can afford Netflix, other months you can't, and that's fine. You can jump in and out. Cool. I had a teacher at the start of the year. She's like, I didn't pay for your app over the holidays, but now I'm back to school. I need it again because I need to get organised because I've got, my kids and activities after school. So that's why I've signed up again. So people jump in and out, which is fine, which is great. And but we also need to probably pay more attention to retention as well.
Yeah, interesting.
That's where you stop the churn.
Oh, 100%. Retention is everything. How do you feel then that, like, with AI rising, like, stealing that audience?
Well, I just use AI as a tool. Like, it's great for tidying recipes. I used to spend half an hour typing a recipe. Now I just talk it into my phone to say, tidy this up my style. Yeah. So it puts, when you write a recipe, you make sure the ingredients are in order which I learned all the stuff in magazine. Yeah. Like, they've got to be in the order of the way it's written in the method. Yeah. So it writes it up my style. Don't use those long M dashes because give away that it's ChatGPT, things like that. Yeah. Don't use those, I think it's English commas, which is after. I just write it my style. I go and check it, of course, but it's using AI as a tool. Yeah. But you can type in, give me a carrot cake recipe, and it's going to give one to you. Yeah. But I guess it's people are buying the app, a lot of the existing people from like me and my personality, and they know my recipes work. Yeah. So it would just be pushing that kind of humanised side of it. Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen? And also, a lot of them are like boomers and older people that don't use AI as much. Yeah.
That's what I was always wondering. Like, not saying that I don't know if anyone can really say how it will change long term, but like, obviously, yeah, more and more people are using AI. Like, I read something the other day. I was like, 90% or 95% of people have intentionally gone out in New Zealand to use AI for a reason. Like, it was real high. It was like,
it's so useful.
It was outrageously
Especially
high.
If you've got a tech problem, why is it not my printer not working? Because I'm like, where's IT?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm IT,
Exactly.
Small office.
And I was surprised how large it was, which then made me think, like, with business models that are built around this sort of thing, where it's like, like a recipe, for instance, which ChatGPT is like pretty good at delivering for people. Like, what's the longevity of those business models and how do they maintain themselves?
Yeah.
Like, do you see it just being, well, if my brand's big, people will buy it because they love the brand. And although you could get it somewhere else, that there's like a trust factor there, or
I think it would just be making the app so useful that people can't live without it.
Yeah.
And it'll be easier than using ChatGPT to make your shopping list and put the recipes in. But people are always going to do that. It's just appealing to my audience for it, and then reaching out to the new audience with Facebook ads. And once we work out that, I think the customer acquisition cost, CAC or whatever it is, I was looking at these numbers the other day because I'm in a new mastermind, and they're all about, it's for people with subscriptions, memberships and coaching. So it's all recurring revenue businesses, and they were giving us all these calculators, like you work out how much it costs to acquire a customer and how much their lifetime value is. So I think it's like $13 to acquire someone, and the lifetime value is like $110.
Nice.
So it's like once you work out that, I can start spending more on ads to acquire more people. It's just scary at the moment. I'm waiting for like the rebrand, and then I'll start amping up the spend. Yeah.
Why the rebrand before you amp it up? If that's already your numbers, why the rebrand?
Well, because it's like next month, and I also want to push out to Australia. So I just want it all to look nice and slick. But I'm all about progress over perfection, like doing things before they're ready. Yeah. That's why it's not like it looks great to everyone, but to me, I'm like, this could look better.
Those numbers are pretty crazy to have those numbers.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that
that's an equation that you're like, that could make sense, spending $10K a month on ads,
$100.
If you know it's going to return like 100 over a certain amount of time.
It's something that you find in New Zealand a lot is you're probably already ahead of most people because you've done the courses and you've learned the stuff.
Yeah, I was in a mastermind 3 years, and it was expensive. It was like $20K a year, but the things I learned about launching and email marketing and running a recurring revenue business, like I've paid to learn all these things.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the thing that you find is that the reinvestment doesn't happen at the scale that you'll see overseas.
Yeah.
Like, so like in the US, you'll often see people, they'll get something like $13 cost per acquisition and a $20 lifetime value. Yeah. And be like, all right, just pour it all in.
Because it makes sense.
Because it makes sense, right? Yeah. You're printing money at that point.
Because there's calculators you can put it up. Like, even if it costs me $50 a person, it'd still be worth doing.
Exactly.
It's just scary that it's looking at those numbers.
Yeah. Do you ever think...
But I think at the moment we're like kind of pitching to warm audience and people that already know me. So that CAC is going to go up when we push out to Australia. They've never heard of me.
No, of course. And have you done any ads in Australia, or is this all New Zealand?
Yeah, we've done ads in Australia. So a lot of people on the app are Australian as well.
And does those numbers hold true for Australian audiences?
I don't know the difference. My Facebook ads. I outsource Facebook ads as well. Cool. I tried to learn them, and I was like, this is not my zone of genius.
Give them somewhere else.
It's like such a mission.
I hide people in for that.
I paid for like a course to learn it. I was like, this is so boring. Yeah. Like, you just do it. Yeah. And just push it out. You know what you're doing. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. No, it is an interesting one because, like, I think... I mean, you got a rebrand. It'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Quite deep. We haven't really talked about Instagram or anything like that.
This is way more, for me anyway, this is way more exciting than content stuff. Because, I mean, like, at the point of it, content is just one of the mechanisms to get there, right? Yeah, it's just advertising.
Yeah, but I do like making content like that. Is where I'm good at. That's why I've outsourced everything else, and I'm still making the content. Yeah. I might not be editing the videos now, but I'm still filming them. Yeah.
I mean, look, it's obviously super important. Yeah. And the only real question I had about your content was when you were first starting out. Yeah. And you said you were working till 11 o'clock at night every night and whatever. Like, how much content were you putting out at that stage? Because now you're doing shitloads.
That was like 1 or 2 recipes a week. Yeah. And then I wasn't really recycling then. I didn't really know I could recycle things. Yeah. And that was when Facebook was growing without having to recycle content.
Yeah.
And then I started recycling, and I had these books, and I'd post 5 times a day. It was me scheduling 5 times a day. Because you do it 3 months in advance. We do it. I think you can only do a month in advance now.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's notebooks of me just writing like different ones that I was scheduling, so you don't double up. And, yeah.
So it was heaps.
Yeah, but then I was like learning things too, and started like email marketing and.
Yeah, doing a bit of everything.
Yeah, because they're the ones that purchase. Like, people don't think an email list is important, but the ones that like purchase the app, if there's a special or a cookbook, the conversions from the email list are the highest. Yeah. So that's why it's important to have email lists, even though it costs me so much. It's so expensive.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, we've got like 70,000 subscribers. We probably need to do another cull.
Yeah. What is that costing you for that?
I think it's like $900 with the ConvertKit or something.
Oh,
not too bad, considering, but it's some considering. We've got about a 50% open rate. And then like a 4% click rate or something. Depends what it is. But we also send them so much free content. Once they come in through like an opt-in and a free ebook, or we've actually found we put a new widget on the website. And it says save this recipe. And I've had 17,000 people email themselves this recipe. And it's not even the recipe, it's just the link to the recipe. So I'm like, what's the point of having all these free ebooks when you just can click that?
Smart.
Yeah, but once they come in, they go through a nurture sequence, like 8 weeks of my best content. So they warms them up when I do want to sell them something.
Nice. I mean, we've gone on so many tangents here. I'm not actually sure where we are in this talk at all. But all I do know is that you've done shitloads. You've done so much. So many different things. And they've all been building. And I guess like the takeaway for me, at least, and like, because people hear me say the same shit all the time.
Confused about this.
Well, they might be confused, but I think the message is like, do more.
Yeah. Just do the next best thing, even if it's not perfect.
Yeah, just keep doing it.
Or teach yourself how to do it, or find someone to teach you how to do it. I ask a lot of questions. After my 3 years in the mastermind, I found I was the big fish, and I was mentoring lots of people. I've just signed up for a mastermind in the States, and I'm this little fish. So I'm excited to pick all these brains, I started off small in the last mastermind, but this was for women in business. It's about 20 of us, and we'd get together and do a new masterclass, learn new things, and then heaps of networking and launch strategies and things like that. But now I'm in this big one in the States, and I'm a small fish, so I can learn from all these people. And they give you the whole back catalogue, so I've been going through all these older things and the numbers they're talking about, just because I only joined last month. So there's just like firing up my brain again. It's nice to open up that learning side, because I haven't been learning for the last year and a half.
You know what I reckon you'll find out in like real soon is that you're not the small fish, you're just small in numbers and maybe revenue at the moment, but because they're playing in the US. But soon as you like divert your attention and you go more Australia and then potentially US, like I'll tell you right now, no one, like everything you've said to me today is what I would have said to someone to do, and no one does it. And these masterminds that everyone's in, no one, like most people pay to be in them.
I was the one who did the work, so that's why I was the teacher's pet.
Exactly.
Because I was actually
How many people do the work? Hardly. Like, okay.
Out of the 20, there's probably 3 of us that did the work every time.
Exactly. No one does it.
And then we're the ones that the businesses are going well.
So I've told people like how I built my business originally on LinkedIn. I've told them exactly what I did, all the steps I do, which is not rocket science. It's just post, comment, and connect on LinkedIn. Real simple. And I've told thousands of people. And I've probably had 2 or 3 people actually do it, maybe 3 now actually. And each of them, their businesses are cranking. Like absolutely going off.
It's just like learn something and do it, even if it's not perfect. Like we did a masterclass about the nurture sequence. Like an 8-week, this lady came in from the States and she was so inspiring. She's got like a pattern making thing. And I was like, so the next week I implemented my nurture sequence. I outsourced someone else to write it, because I'm not a writer, I'm a designer. So it was expensive at the time. But and implemented a nurture sequence. And now for the last 4 years, people have gone through that email marketing nurture sequence. So it's just doing the next best thing. And we've refined it over the years. We probably need to re-look at it once we rebrand the app as well, that the links are all going the right place, saying the right thing. But that, honestly, no one does that, which is quite exciting to hear from me, and like being a podcast with someone who actually is doing all the things. And most people who listen to this are creators who are trying to build something, but all they are doing is... But we're probably going to confuse them to be like, where do I start?
But I think that's the thing, is like, where do I start? It's like anywhere. Is actually
I was talking to someone yesterday about, like, she wants to do an ebook, and I'm like, well, okay. Started like mentoring her, which I love. That's what I love talking to other people about. What's your opt-in? Why are they going to sign up to your email list? And then how much you're going to sell this ebook for? You know, what's their reason for coming to you in the first place? Are you giving them a discount to jump on your email list? And she's like, whoa, I need to write all this down. Like, you know.
I think that what you just said there is really interesting. That's typically what I would say to people too. Is
that's
like,
how
what's
I
the
started
why?
digital products as well.
Like, why are you here? Like, what's the real problem you're trying to solve first, as opposed to I want to make an ebook.
Yeah.
That's
why
I've seen someone else do it, so I should do the same thing.
Yeah. Well, mine's all about like teaching people to cook easy recipes.
Yeah.
Like my recipes aren't crazy, confusing. I'll cut as many corners as I can without compromising on flavour.
Yeah.
Like that's why chefs will be like, I saw your recipe. I was like, don't look too close. Like they're good, easy recipes for because I'm just a cook. I'm not a chef.
Yeah.
And I'll test things to make sure they work. But that's what the appeal, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're easy recipes that people love, and I show them in an easy way on Instagram.
Yeah. Actually, in my notes from the team was you've actually said it 3 times now already. Is I'm not a chef. I'm just a cook.
Yeah.
But like, what? 1, why do you say that? And 2, why does it matter?
Well, if I was trained cook, I'd know all the technical stuff behind it.
Does that matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
So
just determination. Pretty much to be successful.
Exactly. So like,
I just like to define that because it would piss chefs off if I said I was a chef, and I'm not a chef, and I do have friends that are better cooks than me.
No,
you know.
I'm not necessarily saying that you need to be a chef, but like, why the distinction for I'm not a chef, I'm just a cook? Why not just?
Well, I think that appeals to people as well, that they can just be a cook too, and they can still make amazing meals at home.
So it's like a branding thing from your perspective?
I guess so, yeah. I'm not a chef, and you're not a chef if you're my audience, you know?
Yeah.
And if you are, don't look too close.
Yeah.
Because you probably know how to do it better or more confusing, but then it might not appeal to everyone.
Does it, so from your perspective, like being a cook is more so that like people feel they can relate to it a bit more? As opposed to, because that makes a bit of sense.
But like cooking's like one day every 2 weeks, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I find it really interesting because like I think...
No, it's kind of taken the fun out of it a little bit. And now when I cook, I'm like, oh, I should have videoed that because it was good, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so...
Yeah, because I agree with you. I don't think it matters if you're a chef or a cook in this sort of instance. It's like... I understand the difference. Like my background's hospo, and I know that like if I ever called one of our chefs a cook, they would have thrown a knife at me. Or if I had have called one of the cooks a chef, the head chefs would have thrown a knife at me, going, "He's not a fucking chef."
Well, there is great chefs like Andy Cooks. He's a chef, I'm pretty sure, and he's like creating amazing content. And he is a chef because he has all that knowledge, you know.
Yeah. And I suppose like it was just an interesting observation of like. I'm not a chef, I'm a cook.
I can't believe I said that 3 times.
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing.
No, but I don't know if it's embarrassing.
But it is the brand as well. Like VJ Cooks is the brand.
Yeah. And I think that's okay. Like I really love the answer there that it's like, well, actually, no. Like it's a branding thing. Like people will relate more to a cook than a chef as a way of like building rapport with
and knowing your audience as well. Like someone was like, why don't you cook with Thermomixes? And I was like, well, most of my audience couldn't afford a Thermomix, which is these like $3,000 things that sit on your bench. I heard they make like amazing risottos and lemon curd, but if I start cooking with that, that's going to alienate my audience. Yeah. So I've got to pick my brands that I work with as well. Yeah.
No, exactly. No, I find it interesting because I was it was part of the briefing when we were talking about it. Like I wonder why this is, because you can always also see it through some of the communications as well. And I was wondering, is it
it's all about achievable.
Yeah. Is it a branding thing, or is it like just I don't know if insecurity is the right word, but like
no, I'm not insecure. I'm a good cook, but I'm not. I wouldn't do MasterChef because I'm not fine dining enough. I could do like My Kitchen Rules because you know, like that's the kind of difference between like I wouldn't be able to plate it perfectly in those little squares with something sticking out the top.
How do you think going back to the app? Everyone else who's watching this who doesn't know how we got to this point, you'll figure it out. Just do some work. But going back to that, I want to think about like the growth of it, because you said like expand into Australia and blah blah blah. But like, how does the product outside of branding, like how does the product evolve itself? Like
eventually we might reach out to like the supermarkets, so you can add to cart that way. That's what some people already have, so I'd like to do that. I don't know. So I didn't build the app. I pay a subscription to the guy who's built this. It's called Member Kitchens.
Oh, yeah, cool.
They've built a white label software, which I was looking for, and then he was on the Food Blogger Pro, which is a podcast I listen to. And I was like, this is a guy I need. So I got in touch with them. They put all my branding and colours on it, and then you load your recipes on it. So you've got your own app on his software, because building an app's like $100K or whatever.
Costs a fortune.
And it's also great because like he can just change things. If there's glitches, he'll fix them straight away. So I pay him $1 US per subscriber. So it's about cost me about $3 or $4K a month. To pay for the software. For the platform.
Yep.
So that's going to go up as I get new subscribers, but that's okay because I'll pay it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. I mean, that's how a lot of like the fitness apps and stuff work as well. A lot of those things, because
there's no point building it.
Not at the beginning.
But the only thing is scary is like if he goes under, everything goes under. So eventually, maybe if it gets really big and I'm earning like, you know, 100K a month recurring revenue or whatever, maybe I'll build one myself.
Yeah.
Because then I'll own it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like, I'd be like, this is working fine, copy this.
Yeah, you don't want to do it at the beginning.
No.
But in saying that though, like we just talked about AI earlier, like AI can probably build that app pretty quickly these days anyway.
In the last few years.
You probably almost figure it out for yourself.
Yeah, don't copy me.
yeah. It's like actually quite scary how good
I'm also going to bring
AI can build
like
it.
other people to help me cook. Like I've just reached out to another creator in Auckland. She's going to do a couple of recipes also, so that when we have the sales page for Cook Plan, it's got a few photos of, it's not all me. You know? Like, so it's, I still curate the recipes, what's going into it, and decide what's going to go in it. But it's me, my sister Grace, and this other girl that's coming on. Eventually, I might get a nutrtionist to do a couple of healthy recipes a month. There's healthy recipes in there, but I'm not scared of like butter and sugar, so there's lots of desserts too.
Love it.
Everything in moderation.
That's actually interesting you say that, because that was what I was going to ask. Like I've seen a bunch of people in different app spaces and the way that they grew it. Like I don't know if you've heard of Rachel Dillon's Move With Us app.
No.
So she's a fitness influencer, but she does, my wife's obsessed with her. So she's like she was like 4-time bikini world champion or something. So she can imagine what she looks like.
Yeah.
But she built an app. Yeah, ripped as.
Strong.
Yeah. And she built an app, which is awesome. She's obviously really good at what she does. She built this great app. She's from the Gold Coast. And then her way of evolving it was she went out and found like 6 or 7 other
bringing them in.
amazing women. And she just like, if you want to come in and do strength here, this is me.
Perfect.
If you want to do Pilates style stuff, this is this woman, and blah, blah, blah. So she had like a whole bunch of people. They then obviously get like a percentage of what they convert into theirs or whatever. But they don't have to go out and build their own app. They just, she brings them in. She's got a studio. She does it all for them, creates all the content. They just get paid out from it. And I mean, she's huge. Her development team's like 20 people.
That would be me eventually.
Yeah, that's an awesome model.
It's like,
you know?
I can only do so much myself, especially when you're doing the big thinking and stuff.
Yeah.
So I do love doing the recipes, but doing 8 a month's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good having my sister help. I'm going to get someone else to come in and help.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make sure they're still my style. They're still easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually, you know, I might only do 2 a month.
And especially like, because you could have
so many other things on.
You can have other brands, like you can have someone who's like, say, a different cuisine, you know?
Yeah.
You can bring someone in who's like, maybe like some Asian cuisine or blah, 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 whatever. Or you do get chefs who can
It depends how that model would work, whether I just pay them a one-off for the recipes, which I'm going to do, pay them like an hourly rate or a recipe price, or whether like, do I own those recipes now? Are they still yours? Like the IP behind it gets tricky. And also we're doing it to eventuate on the website, which is cranky as well. So it's like, would you be happy with them to go on the website too? You
definitely have to find out what the right revenue model share is there. But you'd only do it if you bring in people who can drive traffic.
Yeah.
You're not just doing it for their recipes, because
totally.
at the end of the day,
if they've got an audience, they can tell people to jump in. Because there's free recipes everywhere. So that's also a point of difference. If you want, you can Google it, and a lot of them are on my website as well. This is the convenience of adding them to a meal plan, generating the shopping list, and getting the exclusive ones each month. We've also got a Facebook group that people share what they're cooking and put photos up to create the community, and we give away like casserole dishes each month and things like that. So there's an incentive to show what you're cooking. So a lot of people, they've been in those communities for years since my membership was like $7.50 a month.
The reason I think it's a great way to evolve it as well is like, even though there might be some complexities in revenue and whatnot, it's that you become the platform as opposed to someone on the platform. And that's like the guy who makes your app, he's probably not going to go under, because
he's happy because he's got lots of different people. So I think he's got like 100,000 users. You know, over different, because coaches use it as well. Because they can put nutrition plans in there.
There's a company in New Zealand called Macrofactor. What's our app? Macrofactor. No, Macroactive.
You guys got an app too?
No, we use one. So Macroactive is a company based in New Zealand, just over in Kingsland, in Auckland, and they built a fitness app, a white labeled fitness app with a food track and everything in it. And there would be like 70, maybe in these days probably like 100 staff there. Like the owner drives around in this Lamborghini. Like
awesome.
they're just cranking money.
Well, that's what people want. They don't want to build the app.
No, they want to build
They just
it.
want to put their branding on it.
Yeah, and then they even have it where they'll take a bigger percentage of your revenue from it, but they'll do all your marketing for you too. They'll run all the sales.
This one, maybe.
Goes off.
Yeah.
Like they're actually really good at what they do.
And it's great for like a small creator or a small like personal trainer.
Yeah.
They can just, because you're only paying what you use.
Exactly, and you don't even like, sometimes depending on your audience and how your audience is built, they will take the hit on the setup fee.
Yeah.
Because they know they're going to make their money in the back end once they get memberships. So if you had like, that's what I was thinking with you, like you've got this infrastructure built and you know how to sell it. The thing with a lot of young, or not even young creators, a lot of creators, they don't know how to monetize this at all. You can see this by watching my podcast a lot of the time.
Selling's hard though.
Selling's real hard.
That's why we do like launches, like so you put all your energy into it and then I can relax and the Facebook ads can sell it ongoing to stop the churn.
You've got the commercial model sound.
Yeah.
And I think that like...
And that jumps us up with the numbers. We'll jump up like 300 or 400 members. Plug the churn mostly with the Facebook ads, which I can probably start spending more on to complete, like, so it starts going up more. Yeah. And then do another launch in the next quarter.
Yeah. And then if you had these other people who had their own big audiences, like there's probably people out there with 1 million followers who can't make anywhere near the money you're making just on the app. Yeah. But you've got a commercial model that can scale across other people. Yeah. Like, have you ever thought about that? Like, what about, I'm not saying that you'd be, like, we are tensing like brand deal sort of stuff, but like the commercial engine behind other creators. Do
you mean like putting their recipes on my app or like?
Potentially, or just like copy and pasting everything you've done for yourself for other people?
Well, that, I don't know, like teaching them how to do it, do you mean, or what do you mean?
Just do it. You've got this team you've already built who's doing it for you. Like, how do you scale that team? Like, if you think there was someone else...
Well, there's a lot of people that I'm like, like I started off with digital products, so I sold like a slices ebook for like $8, you know. But it is all money that's coming in. I had a Christmas ebook, you know, digital products, and then I just teased them in my email list. Yeah, and I was stoked when I sold like 5 of those. You know, it starts off small, but at least you're getting something else that's not like, there hasn't been that much branded content this year. I don't know why in food and beverage. Yeah, but in food like marketing. Yeah, but. That's good because I'm not relying on it, so I do feel sorry for the creators. That's 100% of their revenue because they'll be hurting when people aren't spending on that branded content. Yeah. I turn down a lot because I'm like, I don't have time to do that. And that doesn't light me up. No. And also that would be random if I talked about that in amongst food. Nah. Yeah. Nah.
I think like the engine room that you've built to grow your brand and monetize it through the website and the app.
Yeah. I think people don't really realise what's behind it. They're like, how's your cute little Instagram going? I'm like, Instagram's like the front of my business and Facebook and TikTok. Yeah. But the rest of it's behind. Yeah, and that's what lights me up, talking about the business side of it. Yeah, I agree. Learning the business side of it.
Yeah. I agree. I think that's the thing that is the value you offer. Yeah. Like, that's the biggest thing. Yeah. Like, that there is way more valuable. I tried to sell
like a retreat for like food bloggers in Topor. And they were like, it was like, I priced it like $1,500 because I had to get the Airbnb and feed everyone, and we did cooking classes. And they just, like, New Zealanders just don't go all in. Nah. Like in Australia, we're like spending money on this mastermind and these retreats we go on, which you get like surprised and delighted, and like you get these goodie bags and things. Yeah. It's so exciting. But I tried to do that, and like people like, and then I just like made it. I just invited my foodie circle of trust, our friends, because we're all we're good friends, so I didn't charge them. I just charged them what it actually cost. What it costs, because I was actually going to like do classes and teach them about email marketing and a landing page and like digital products, but no one signed up really. And I reached out to like all these different foodie creators because I wanted to create like a little community, and but the people that did come loved it because they got like local goodie bags and things like that. There was 5 of us, and I just charged them what it actually cost me, which was like $800 or something.
I think there's a model to not teach but do. I think because so our model's the same, right? Like we have a saying where it's like, we don't sell knowledge, we sell execution. Yeah. And there's way more money in execution than there's in knowledge. And a lot of people like scale knowledge, but that's it. But actually doing it for companies and people where there's like a real commercial benefit to them as well. Yeah. And so like in your model, it's taking what you're doing, scaling it across someone else's brand, however you want to do it, bring it into your app like Rachel Dillon did, or helping them do their own one, but then taking a percentage of the revenue from it.
So you mean creating a whole nother one?
Potentially.
For a different brand?
Potentially. Yeah. However you want to do it.
I just know how much work goes in behind it. Like loading like 500 recipes took us months.
Exactly. And I think you'd have to, but you'd have to go, how do you work with the right person who will, they don't know how to, like, you went on so many tangents today.
Yeah.
No one's going to be able to keep track of that.
And you can't do it all. You've got to choose one.
But you will know how to do it all.
Yeah.
And you've got a model that does. They could potentially even help you with the work.
But it's just whether I have the brain space to help them do that instead of pushing my own business.
No, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you... Because you got to think about, like, evolution with business, right? Like, and you have already.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be, like, a next evolution. Because if you just stayed the same way it was with just a website and an app, like, they always, like, have their moments.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're always trying to build something new or grow it or whatever. And I just think there's, like, something there really, like, you've got this model for you, which has a $13 to $100 is outrageous.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's outrageous. Like, no one has that sort of thing on a product like yours.
Yeah.
So,
digital product that doesn't cost me anything to produce.
No variable increase in cost.
It's maybe $1 US.
Exactly. And I just think there's something huge there as, like, an evolution. Like, it could be either you build it for them or you fold them into yours.
Yeah. But I've also spent a lot of time building up the brand, so I've got that trust as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's true. And I think that's why you'd have to find other people.
Even though they don't make much money for me.
That's why you have to find other people who are similar. You have to find other people with the same sort of similar trust.
Yeah.
Especially if you found, like, that'd be an interesting model to, like, enter the US. Like, you find someone in the US who's got that trust there with their sort of recipes that appeals to that.
Do all these things.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it is one of those things that it takes a whole bunch of brain power.
Yeah.
And you got to be ready to do it.
At the moment, I'm putting into my business. So we just had someone reach out about doing some homewares.
Yeah.
So going to the e-commerce side of, like, doing some actual physical products.
Yeah.
Selling them through my website as well. So I'd have to come up with a whole new homewares brand.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
That's cool.
But
that's fun.
It's just another thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not,
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Look, it is almost the end of the time.
Yeah.
We went on so many tangents.
We did.
Sorry. Don't be sorry. It was all good stuff. I think for me, it's the same takeaway. I said it before, which was that, like, people aren't doing enough.
Yeah.
They need to do more.
Yeah.
They also I think the other good thing is to hear from you is how much time.
Yeah.
How much time it takes.
Yeah, like
this did not happen
hours
overnight.
of sitting and like
No.
I just watched this podcast, Aspire by Emma Greedy, and she's like, "There's no such thing as work-life balance when you're, like, building a business."
No.
Like, I was, like,
the work is your life.
Now, like, I was, like, looking after two little kids, and then just working till midnight because I was so passionate about knowing where the business could go.
Yeah.
And I can only have more work-life balance now because my husband's not working for 50 hours a week.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's something's got to give in the family or yourself. You can't do it all. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make sacrifices.
If you love working, then it's like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to make sacrifices. That's
and learning as well.
My wife and I have said as well, all through this business, building this business, is that some things have to give.
Yeah.
So you got to make some sacrifices if you want this.
Yeah, and you also got to invest in learning.
Yeah.
Like in these courses or masterminds. Like, I joined a course in 2020. It was called the Membership Experience with Stu McLaren, which is the mastermind I've just joined, and it teaches people how to create a membership or a subscription or a coaching business.
Yeah.
And it was like $2,000 US.
Yeah.
And I wasn't making much money then. It was huge. And I remember the moment talking to my husband on the desert road, like, I really want to do this course. It's $2,000 US. He's like, do it.
Nice. Yeah.
But it was scary investing that money,
Yeah.
But then you think about how much you spend on university.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've forgotten everything I learnt at university. I could learn everything I learnt at uni about graphic design in 1 week now.
Yep. That's it.
So it's like you do have to invest in more knowledge and ask lots of questions or learn from, like, bigger fish.
Yeah, exactly. You should always be learning.
Yeah.
And I think investing in it, either time or money, is always
because I learned a lot of YouTube about how to build my Kajabi membership and things like that. And
for me, it's a lot of, like, I read a lot of books and watch a lot of YouTube for my learning. And then I have a lot of mentors that I just have picked up along the way throughout the business journey that, like, I can just go ask questions to.
Amazing now.
Yeah.
And then just actually the doing of the thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of YouTube when I was building my Kajabi, like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
How do I do this?
Yeah.
And I've got like a freezer food course that just goes in the background. I just met someone last night at CreatorCon. She's like, I bought your course, and I was like,
oh, amazing.
Because I don't promote that.
Yeah.
Because I'm pushing the app. I don't want to confuse people.
Exactly.
But I'm like, maybe I should promote the course a bit more. It's $40, and it's like a digital course of how to fill the freezer with meals.
Yeah, cool.
So I wanted to just say I'd done a course.
Yeah.
Which it sold pretty well. It sold about 15 grand worth of courses.
Oh, amazing.
So that could be a good place for people to start.
Yeah.
Do like a little course,
Yeah.
Well,
we're going to have to wrap up, but there's so much more to unpack. And I don't even know where to go from here because there's so much in it. But like, honestly, congratulations.
Thank you.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good.
Pretty cool. I'm proud. Like, sometimes I just have these pinch me moments.
Yeah.
And it's made like having this revenue, like we're putting a pool in. Like 2 years ago, the bank said, no, you can't pull a pool in. But now they've seen like I'm making more money. So they're lending us the money to buy a pool.
Amazing.
Like, so having this, this business behind me is like opening doors.
It's amazing.
Cool.
No, it's honestly, it's super inspiring.
The rewards of all that hard work of late nights with babies and working.
It's super inspiring and well done. And honestly, like, I hope people watch this and realize that just go do some stuff. You don't need to know the next step because actually,
all of it. Some of that might really confuse them.
Yeah, but just go do some stuff. Go ask some people.
Yeah, or ask me.
Ask
me. Not too many DMs,
but
that's good.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Nice
Cheers.
to meet you. Nice to
you
be here.
too. Thank you.
So good.
Awesome. All right. Thanks.